Wait, let's unpack this. We hear it constantly, right? Get your 10,000 steps a day. It's become this sort of gold standard for health, almost automatic advice. But I've always wondered, where did that specific number, 10,000, actually come from? Is it really the magic bullet? Let's take a deep dive into the sources.
Yeah, what's really fascinating here, and honestly pretty surprising, is that the whole 10,000 step target didn't come from, rigorous scientific study. Not at all. It actually started back in 1965. In Japan, it was basically a marketing campaign for a new pedometer. It's called Manpokai.
Manpokai.
Yeah, and that literally translates to 10,000 steps meter. So they picked the number because it sounded good, memorable, nice round number. It wasn't based on some medical finding back then.
Wow. Okay, so a brilliant marketing move that just stuck and became health gospel. That totally flips what I thought. So, okay, the number was marketing. But what about the act of walking more, aiming higher? Does the science back that up? What does the research say?
That's the key question. And yes, absolutely. While the number's origin is commercial, the act of walking more, increasing your step count, huge health benefits for sure.
Wow.
Studies consistently show real physical improvements. Things like reduced body weight, smaller waist circumference, lower BMI, even reduced body fat percentage. We see that in the data.
Okay, so tangible physical results.
Right.
What about mood or mental well-being?
That too. Big impact there. Research shows links to reduced anxiety, depression, anger, fatigue, even confusion. And on the flip side, increased vigor, more energy.
That's pretty amazing for just walking. What about the really big stuff, like preventing diseases, living longer?
Right, connecting it to the bigger picture. Hitting around 10,000 steps is strongly linked with lower risk of heart disease, cancer, and dying prematurely. But here's what's really encouraging. You don't need to hit 10,000 right off the bat. Small increases make a difference. A big difference, actually.
How small are we talking?
Well, the research suggests every extra 2,000 steps you add, up to about 10,000, cuts your risk of premature death by something like 8 to 11%. And get this, even starting around, say, 4,000 steps a day, just under 4,000, can begin to lower your risk of dying from any cause. And for brain health, hitting closer to 9,800 steps. That might cut dementia risk by about 50%.
Huge. Okay, that is powerful. So even if you're not near 10K, just doing more helps significantly. But coming back to it, if it wasn't a scientific target initially and benefits start lower, is 10,000 really the magic number for everybody, or does it need, adjusting?
Yeah, this raises a really important point. The data is pretty clear. 10,000 isn't some universal optimum. It really isn't. Optimal step counts, they actually vary quite a bit. Age is a big factor. For kids and teens, recommendations are often higher, maybe 12,000 to 16,000 steps. For adults under 60, those longevity benefits often seem to sort of level off around 8,000 to 10,000 steps.
Definitely. And for older adults?
For older adults, say 60 plus, the benefits might plateau a bit earlier. Maybe around 6,000, 8,000 steps. And it's not just how many steps, but how fast you take them. Intensity matters.
Right, walking faster.
Exactly.
Yeah.
A quicker pace can give you extra benefits, especially for lowering risk of dementia, heart disease, cancer, even if the total step count is the same. But, there's also a point of diminishing returns, and you have to be careful. Pushing for super high counts without building up to it, that can sometimes lead to overuse injuries, especially if you have existing issues.
So it's nuanced. Tailored to you, your age, how fast you're going. That makes a lot more sense.
Yeah.
So given all this nuance, what do the big health organizations like the American Heart Association or CDC actually recommend? Do they push step counts?
That's interesting, too. Official guidelines tend to focus more broadly. They talk about the duration and intensity of activity. And crucially, they always include muscle strengthening exercises. That's key. So for adults, it's usually at least 150 to 300 minutes a week of moderate aerobic activity, or, 75 to 150 minutes of vigorous activity, plus strength training at least twice a week.
Ah.
So step counting, it's a great tool. Really useful, motivating for lots of people, no doubt, but it's really just one piece of a bigger picture, a more complete physical activity strategy.
Okay, so pulling this all together, what does this mean for you listening right now? How do you use this information?
It really means that the best plan is a personalized one. Think about your age, your current fitness level, any health conditions you might have, and obviously check with a doctor if you need to. And the key, especially if you're not very active now, is gradual progression. Don't suddenly aim for 10,000 steps tomorrow if you're doing 2,000 today. Maybe add on 1,000 more steps. Then another set.
Small steps, literally.
Exactly. And remember the core message. Any movement is better than none. Seriously, just move more. Find ways to weave it into your day. Make it enjoyable. Walk with friends, listen to music, and don't forget other types of exercise, like that strength training for overall health.
Right. So quick recap, that 10,000 number, great marketing, not original science. But walking more, absolutely backed by research. Huge benefits for body and mind, preventing disease, living longer. But crucially, it's not one size fits all. The magic number varies, and official advice includes intensity, duration, and strength work too. It's a whole package.
Precisely. The real goal isn't hitting some arbitrary number just because. It's about finding consistent, enjoyable ways to move your body throughout your life. That's what leads to real holistic health and longevity.
So, thinking about all that, what small, enjoyable step will you take today to move towards a healthier you?